Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Nicholas, and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love, and all matter of philosophical and spiritual topics. So if you're interested in those types of things, please subscribe. If you're new here, please subscribe. Like this content if you like this video, and click the bell icon so you'll be notified each time I post a new video. And if you've been here before, welcome back. So today I'm going to talk about feeling not complete. Many of us, and some of you watching, or maybe you know a friend that feels this way. Many of us, we might not feel complete as we are. We don't feel complete, and this is not our fault. This is society's fault, because we live in a world where we tend to get into a lack mindset, and then with the law of attraction, if you feel that you're not good enough, you're not worthy, those negative thoughts sort of block your success. And you know how you think. If you think you're never going to achieve something, you never will, because you're blocking yourself, and so is your mental energy. But a lot of us, we feel that we're not complete without material things, because that's the way society's set up. We feel we're not going to be complete until we have a certain type of phone, or we're not going to be complete until we have a certain amount of money. We don't feel, unless our house is a certain way, or we own our own house, we don't feel that we're going to be complete. And yes, those things I would say are abstract. They're wonderful. Yes, it's wonderful to have your own house. It's wonderful to have maybe £10,000 or 50. It's wonderful to have that. It's wonderful to have a wonderful new phone. But these are all material things. They're helpful. They have their uses. But the most important thing in life is not material things. It's experiences. And we are complete as we are. So when we're born, you know, we're not just a body. The body is a vessel, a beautiful vessel, and the soul is complete. Our soul is complete. And we're born complete, most of us. And if we don't feel, some people, they might not feel complete because of disabilities and things like that. But we're all born complete because our soul is complete when it enters our body. And most of us were born with a beautiful mind, and our mind is the key, you know, because your mind is a powerful tool. It can be your enemy, but it can also be your best friend. But the mind is something you have to sort of be mindful of it and meditate with it. And there's a wise saying in Buddhism where you've got to control your mind before it controls you. And I feel you're born with a wonderful, complete mind, and your mind is a wonderful tool that can help you, or it can lead you down dark spaces, because positive thinking, positive thoughts are going to guide you where you want to be. Negative thoughts are sort of going to guide you to where you don't want to be, and that's like very down, dark spaces. And most of us, you know, we've got one heart, we've got a beautiful soul that is complete. You know, we don't need these material things to be complete. And that is a delusion. You know, that is something which society gives you, an illusion. But if you have, let's say, society might tell you, you won't be complete until you have a certain type of clothes on. You won't be complete until you have a certain piece of gold jewellery. Or, you know, if you see a phone advert, you know, you feel this need to have that phone, and you won't be complete until you have the latest phone. And whenever you get that thing that society tells you you need, whatever that thing is society tells you you need, but you really don't, it's wonderful to have that thing what society says you need. So it's a more of a luxury rather than a need, but society gives you that illusion. But you need this to be complete. But you need a certain type of house to be complete. And then most of us, we don't realise we are complete as we are because we don't love ourselves. A lot of people, they don't love themselves. And also, a lot of people have not spiritually evolved as well. Because yes, we all die, we can't change that. And it's not about forgetting we all die, it's more about learning from that and accepting it. And that's why experiences are more important than material possessions. Because in this life, when you do leave this world, what you take with you is your memories, your experiences, and the lessons you learned. You take them because those things live on in your self-conscious mind, they live in your mind, your heart, and they're lessons, and that's what we're here to do, learn. But whenever someone says, or society says, you won't be complete until you have a certain thing, that's just someone selling you a delusion. And then because people have got an emptiness inside, a darkness inside, and this emptiness, this darkness, it's more a lack of self-love, because people feel they're not worthy, they feel they're not good enough. So that's this emptiness inside. So there are certain people that break the law, that play in your insecurities in the sense, and then you feel mentally, because when you don't love yourself, you do feel incomplete, and you don't feel good enough, you're not confident, and then you get into a really dark space, and because there's an emptiness in your heart, you try and fill that emptiness. Some people try and fill it with food, some people try and fill it with drugs, some people try and fill it with alcohol, and then because it starts off as a choice, it becomes an addiction. And like any addiction, it's like a lovely cozy bed, easy to get into but hard to get out. But again, those who do sell drugs and things like this, it's giving you an illusion. That's how they work, in the sense that those who sell these illegal substances, they give their customers that illusion that you won't feel good, and you'll feel good and you'll be able to get through the day if you take this substance. And that's just a delusion. Same with alcohol. And again, some people have got a healthy relationship with alcohol, but a lot of people don't have a healthy relationship with it. And it's that something being offered to you and giving you that illusion that if you have this substance, it'll help you get through the day, and you'll feel much better and you'll feel complete, when it won't do that for you. And it's the same with money, material objects. You are complete as you are. And once you learn to love yourself, self-love teaches you this, but also being spiritually awake, because your soul, what lives in your body, is complete. Your mind is complete. Your heart is complete. But a lot of people, because they don't love themselves, this particular area, this particular chakra, does need a lot of healing, a lot of balance as well. And most of us were born complete in the sense we've got 2 eyes, 1 mouth, 2 ears, 1 nose, 2 hands, 2 arms. So a lot of us were born complete as well. Some people it may be different, but the soul, what lives in our body, has always been complete. And everything we need lives in our mind and heart, not outside of us. And I feel the more you learn to love yourself, the more spiritual you become. You realise that you are complete as you are. And I didn't always feel that way, because around about age 9 and 10, I had an interest in spiritual things, religion, and I was just learning. As I got more into 15, 14, 15, and then 16, more into my teenage years, I learned more about spiritual things, I learned more about self-love. And that's something that self-love has taught me, where you are complete as you are. And that's something spirituality's taught me. You are complete as you are. And it's nice to have material things, and a lot of us, we can feel an emptiness inside, a lack, because we're not grateful. And the thing that's going to come back that lack, that feeling incomplete, not feeling whole, feeling complete is gratitude. Be grateful for all the things you have in your life. That's going to raise your energy and bring more things to be grateful for. And also just remember, you are worthy the way you are. You're good enough and you are complete as you are. And you are where you're meant to be. You may not be where you want to be at this moment in time, but you are where you're meant to be. Like I am where I'm meant to be right now, where I'm learning, I'm growing, and sort of you build yourself up from the ground up, and that's what self-love teaches you. And I'm going to talk about that in later videos, how the most important lesson we can learn in life is self-love. However, until next time, may meet, may part with again. I hope this video gives you some guidance. I hope it helps you. And as always, I hope the message resonates. You are worthy, you are good enough, you are complete as you are. And your soul, what lives within you, is complete. But as we go through the journey of life, there may be some attachments and some negative thoughts what need to be let go of in order to help your soul realise, and just understanding what you are complete is going to help you greatly. However, until next time, may meet, may part, but again, blessed be.